wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
He says wisdom is our teacher.
Yes.
Okay, and wisdom is the name of our teacher, and he says wisdom is his truth,
Yes.
which is found in his word, seeking his will in all things great and small. All right, welcome to Heart of God Ministry, and this is episode number 3 of 6 in our series on discipleship.
Yes.
And in this episode, Jesus and the Lord begins to tell us his set of instructions on how to be his disciples.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. He says, trust is a big word in my kingdom. My question to my people is, who and what do you trust? It is an important question not to be taken lightly or answered flippantly. I endowed my people with the ability to make plans for the future, and planning is good. But today is the only day you can live in. Yesterday is gone, tomorrow hasn't arrived. My desire is that you trust me to take the mistakes of yesterdays and weave them into your life. Trust me and my leading throughout your day, taking time to seek my direction in everything you do. Trust that in me you have a glorious future. Trust that you see things from your perspective, but I see all things from mine.
Powerful as always. So trust
Yes.
him throughout your day. He says planning is fine, planning for the future is fine, but trust him throughout your day. Seek his guidance through Holy Spirit.
Yes.
Through your daily choices. Okay. All right. Well, let's go on.
And then he says, seek to know me like the back of your hand. Wisdom should be the name of your teacher. Seek her with all your heart. Wisdom will teach you well and never fail you. Be prepared, though, as she will require your full commitment in a lifetime of study. Know this: there will be seasons of failure, but you will learn great lessons even there. In great love, I sent a great and wise companion to walk not only beside you, but in you, helping, leading, guiding, and comforting you along the way. There will be tests to see how much you have learned, but do not fear. You will not fail. You will just have the opportunity to retake the test. The School of Wisdom is not a quick study program, but one that will take a lifetime of commitment. Know this: I am rejoicing with all my children who choose to pursue my wisdom. It comes with great rewards. Be sure to remember and be grateful that Holy Spirit is the great companion I sent to accompany you along your way. What is wisdom, you might ask? Wisdom is my truth, found in my word, seeking my will in all things great and small. It is not and never will be the distorted information being brought forth and received. May I remind you, you are a vessel and responsible for what you allow to be poured in. There is a saying in the world, garbage in, garbage out. I say, wisdom in, wisdom out. She will serve you well.
Okay. So yes. So the first day was trust, and that he's really focusing on wisdom. He says wisdom is our teacher.
Yes.
Okay, and wisdom is the name of our teacher, and he says wisdom is his truth, which is found in his word, seeking his will in all things great and small. And like we just talked about, with the Holy Spirit in us, and he talks about that as well, we are to seek his will throughout the day.
Yes.
In those, in every decision, great and small.
Yes.
It is using and leaning on Holy Spirit to help us make our decisions.
Yes.
The right decisions.
Yes.
Okay.
And he says this. He say here is and never will be the distorted information being put forth and received.
That's right.
And that's what we just talked about in our last episode
Yes.
as well. Is there is so much distorted information,
Oh, my. Yes.
and here, and like I said, this is
Yes.
right from the throne.
Yes, it is.
You know, usually
Yes.
when you go to church and a pastor they're preaching, people get in the Bible, make sure the pastor is saying what the Bible say. Pick it up the what? They say that. Let me see if it is in the Bible. People
right.
really kind of get on the pastors.
Yes, they do.
Correct him.
They do.
So yeah, we need to go back on that.
Yeah.
Hey, this is not here.
Mhm. Yes.
So seeking His truth through Holy Spirit, He says it's a lifetime.
It is.
Okay, wisdom, and it is becoming wise when you
Yes.
do that. He knows. You don't, like He says, you don't see everything,
That's right.
but He does.
Mhm.
So when you lean on the one that sees everything, you're going to make the right decisions.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, that's
And
Mhm.
he says, there will be seasons of failure.
Yeah.
And He said, don't worry. He said, you'll pass.
Yes.
Okay, you'll get there. You're not going to fail.
Yes.
You just have to retake the test.
That's the hard part.
So,
Yeah.
It makes sense,
Yeah.
like in the school. If
right.
you don't do your work in time, if you don't, everything, the assignments and everything, return in time, you have to
Do it over.
go back next year.
yep. What?
Yes.
Not very fun.
No.
Well, again, this is a class.
Yes, it is.
This is a master. This is a class from the master on discipleship, and
Yes.
he's telling us.
Exactly.
Okay.
When
Yeah.
I was in high school, in school general, I always like to make sure I pass my years because I didn't want it to repeat.
Right. Don't
So
forget it
I
all.
wanted to get over on this. Quick, I do it better,
That's right. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, this will close us for episode for the third episode out of the 6 in the series on discipleship.
Yes.
And so we'll close that now. And just a word to our watchers and listeners to be on your guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong, do everything in love.
Yes.